Hey, this is Onesh from Sri Lanka, and you're listening to CHMA.
The time is 9 o'clock, and you are listening to CHMA 106.9 FM.
And now it's time for your CHMA News. We're broadcasting from Sackville, New Brunswick, the heart of the Maritimes and the traditional and unceded lands of the Mi'kmaq people. Coming up in the next 15 minutes, we'll have your local news, Atlantic update, weather, sports update, and some community announcements.
This is Clinton Davis with your CHMA local news. Coming up, a Mount Allison professor explains why one question never seems to go away. But first, get your pens. You may want to write down some dates. In the next 10 days, 2 community sessions on the proposed 500 megawatt gas plant at the Chignecto Isthmus are coming up. The Protect the Chignecto Isthmus Coalition will outline how the project could affect local wildlife, water, and the environment, and what it means for people living and studying in Tantramar. The first session is this Sunday at the Mount Allison Chapel from 2 to 4 p.m., the second the following Sunday, November 23rd, at Sackville United Church, also from 2 to 4 p.m. The event organization has specified that everyone is welcome. More information available at atlanticwildlife.ca. Moving along, opera artist Teya Kashihara is in Sackville this evening for the second of 2 interactive voice workshops at Brunton Auditorium. The session today runs November 13th at 6 p.m. Kashihara, a Nikkei Canadian settler and opera singer, brings a joy-centered approach to the creative process. Today, admission is free. Kashihara also returns Friday at 7:30 p.m. for Project T home video. It's a multimedia recital documenting their operatic career during a gender-affirming transition. Collaborative pianist Jenny Delmotte joins them for the performance. Tickets are cash only at the door, $15 for adults, $10 for seniors and students, and $30 for families. Mount Allison students with ID attend free. And also on November 16th, composer and saxophonist Joel Miller presents What If with guest ensemble members. The program features original works and reimagined classics from his new album, and I've heard Joel live. He's incredible. And so are his friends. Ticket prices match the same ones for this Friday. The conservatory reminds visitors that Brunton Auditorium is a cent-free space. And now for the feature story. In part 1 of this 6-part interview, we heard how Lisa Dawn Hamilton got her start answering questions about sex on a Vancouver phone line. Today, we move into her Sackville classroom, where she's still hearing many of the same questions.
One of the biggest questions that sex educators get is something that has to do with, am I normal? So people are always worried that the thing they're into or the behavior that they engage in or something that's happening with their body, they always want to know, is this weird? What's happening? Am I normal?
20 years later, Hamilton says that same question still follows her, only now it comes from the students at Mount Allison. One concern is how students access and form their understanding of sex.
Access to porn is a huge one that has changed. You used to have to go to the store and steal a magazine if you were young, or buy one if you were 18 or over, or maybe you had a friend who had a computer who downloaded some porn.
4 minutes for that single low-res photo. That's what I ever did it.
And I think that the access to porn has really shifted how people think about sex and how they think they're supposed to do sex.
The internet gives young people endless information, but not always the right kind. When pictures replace conversations, normal becomes performance instead of reality.
One of my favorite quotes is from a sex educator named Reed Mihalko, and he says, learning to have sex from watching porn is like learning how to drive from watching the Fast and Furious movies.
For Hamilton, Am I Normal isn't really about anatomy. It's about confidence, identity, and learning how to talk about sex.
As I've learned more and done this work more, I'm maybe more proactive about talking about pleasure and the importance of pleasure and really talking more about how to communicate about sex. So I think those are the biggest shifts.
That shift from simply listening to teaching communication helps students move past shame and confusion.
And a lot of the stuff is stuff that could probably be done in a Google search, but people still want to hear from someone they trust and hear my input, essentially, for their questions.
Even with unlimited access to information, Hamilton says nothing replaces the trust of a qualified professional and a safe space to ask questions out loud. Next time, we'll look at Hamilton's new research into what's missing in New Brunswick's sex education curriculum and why those early lessons matter. And later in this 6-part interview, it's time for the adults. We will hear how adults, from parents to medical professions, are asking their own question. Find this and the previous interview at chmafm.com by end of day. If you have story ideas, questions, or comments, please contact me, Clinton Davis, at chmafm.com. And for CHMA Local News, I'm Clinton Davis.
This is Riley Murphy from 105.9 Seaside FM, and you're listening to CHMA, the voice of the marshes.
And here is your CHMA Atlantic update for Thursday, November 13th. Police in southern New Brunswick are investigating what they say was a murder, but investigators in St. John have released a few other details. The police force issued a statement yesterday saying that on late Tuesday night, officers were dispatched to St. James Street where there were reports of shots being fired. Officers discovered an unconscious, badly injured 42-year-old man who later died in hospital. Investigators say no arrests have been made, but they believe the killing was an isolated incident. And the New Brunswick government is spending $1.2 million over 2 years to renovate a 39-unit seniors complex in Moncton. The Golden Terraces Seniors Home Co-op operates the complex, which provides affordable homes for people 55 and older. The New Brunswick Housing Corporation says the housing cooperative will use the money to replace an elevator, erect fences, and install heat pumps, among other improvements. David Hickney, minister responsible for New Brunswick Housing Cooperation, says the Canadian Mortgage and Housing Corporation also pitched in $550,000. And a new report says full-time working parents with 2 kids in New Brunswick need to be making $24.77 an hour to make ends meet. The Human Development Council issued its Living Wages in New Brunswick report yesterday. Living wage is considered the income needed to avoid financial stress while supporting healthy child development. The rate has increased each year since the council began calculating it in 2018. An RCMP in Western PEI are investigating 3 suspicious fires reported in the Muskogee area within the past 4 days. The most recent fire happened Tuesday when firefighters were called to a cabin in a wooden area. 2 other fires were reported Sunday, one along Route 122 and another an hour later at an abandoned house along Route 2. No one was injured by any of the fires. And Halifax's water utility has lifted mandatory conservation measures for about 122,000 customers in the Dartmouth area. Halifax Water imposed conservation measures in September as a summer-long drought led to low water levels in Lake Major. The lake supplies water to Dartmouth, Burnside, Cole Harbour, Westfall, North Preston, and Eastern Passage. A recent spat of heavy rains have helped the Lake Major rise by 70 centimeters, prompting the utility to resume voluntary restrictions. And finally, an early Christmas gift from Nova Scotia is on its way to Boston in the form of a 45-foot tall tree. The annual Tree for Boston was felled this morning in Lunenburg County. Boston Mayor Michelle Wu was on hand yesterday to officially receive the tree and even took a turn holding the chainsaw to cut it down. Wu told the crowd the tree is an enduring symbol of the strong relationship between Boston and Nova Scotia. She says despite the tariff-related tensions between the U.S. and Canada, the people of Boston feel warmly towards Canadians. And that is your CHMA Atlantic update. I've got a quick weather for you before we get into our sports update from Brian Nielsen. It was a great morning. 1 degree coming in here this morning. Chances of flurries or rain showers throughout the day today. That's a 60% chance with a high of +4 today. Tonight, periods of snow except periods of rain along the coast. Snowfall about 2 to 4 centimeters, except rainfall among 10 millimeters along the coast. Wind north 20, gusting to 40 at times. Low of 0, except +3 along the coast. For Friday, November the 14th, periods of snow ending near noon, and then cloud with a 60% chance of flurries or Rain showers, periods of rain along the coast in the morning. Snowfall about 2 to 4 centimeters, except rainfall about 10 millimeters along the coast. Wind northwest 20, gusting to 40. Temperature steady near +2. For Friday night, cloudy periods with a low of -6. For Saturday, November 15th, sunny, the high of +1. Increased cloudiness on Saturday night with a low of -4. Snow or rain, a high of +6 on Sunday, November 16th. Cloudy with a 60% chance of rain showers or flurries and a low of 0 on Sunday night. Coming into next week, flurries or rain showers on Monday with a high of 3. Cloudy with a 60% chance of flurries or rain showers on Monday night, a low of -3. And on Tuesday, a mix of sun and cloud, high +2. Cloudy periods on Tuesday night with a low of -4. And finally, on Wednesday, a mix of sun and cloud and a high of +2. Here is your CHMA sports update for today, and then I'll be back right after that with your community updates. Here we go. Take it away, Brian Nielsen.
Last night in the NHL, a light schedule with just 4 games on the docket. The New York Rangers defeat the Tampa Bay Lightnings 7-3 on the road. It was the Oilers in overtime over the Philadelphia Flyers 2-1. The Battle of the Prehistoric Beasts saw the Utah Mammoth beat the Buffalo Sabres 5-2 in Salt Lake City, and New Jersey took Chicago to overtime and then took the W 4-3 final at the United Center. Over in the NBA last night, the Charlotte Hornets defeating the Milwaukee Bucks 111-110. The Pistons defeat the Chicago Bulls 124-113. It was the Orlando Magic by 17 on the road against the New York Knicks 124-107. Jalen Brunson spraining his ankle for the Knicks, leaving the arena on crutches. The Boston Celtics all over the Memphis Grizzlies 131-95. Cavaliers by 14 over the Miami Heat 131-16. It was the Rockets by 23, 135-112 against the Washington Wizards. Wizards are now 1-11 on the season. The Portland Trailblazers with the 125-117 victory on the road against the New Orleans Pelicans. Warriors by 5 over the Spurs down in San Antonio, 125-120. It was the Phoenix Suns with the 9-point victory over the Dallas Mavericks after the Mavericks fire GM Nico Harrison yesterday, 123-114. Thunder by 29, 121-92 over the visiting Lakers. Hawks all over the Kings in Sacramento, 133-110. And once again, it was the Denver Chicken Nuggets with a W, moving to 9-2 on the season with a 130-116 victory over the Los Angeles Clippers. And finally, more postseason awards being handed out in Major League Baseball. Cy Young awards going to Tarek Skubal of the Detroit Tigers in the American League, and Paul Skeens, the unanimous winner for the Pittsburgh Pirates.
And that's Brian Nielsen with your CHMA Sports Update. Please be sure to check out Brian's show on Mondays at 8:30 a.m. for more sports commentary. All right, and let's get into some community updates for you. Taking a quick look over at the Tantramar socials, seeing what they're saying, and this is the last chance to have your input into the municipality building a better connection with you. This is their Tantramar Community Communications Survey we're talking about. They have a survey, and they want your feedback, so you can visit tantramarnb.com and check out that survey. It only takes a few minutes to complete it. I have not done it, but I am going to do it today because, I think it's important to have input. And as a community organization that also values community input, I know that can be kind of hard, so we're also encouraging you to get involved. They are currently accepting Letters to Santa, starting November 14th. That is tomorrow at the Moonlight Madness event that starts up tomorrow night. Santa will be down at the... Well, they're probably going to talk about that in a second. Children can drop their letters off to Santa in person or place them in the Santa mailbox at the municipal office. Letters accepted until December 5th, and be sure to include your child's name and full mailing address so Santa can send a letter back. There is an important note. If there's another Canada Post strike, special letter pickup evenings will be scheduled at the rink to make sure every child still gets a reply from Santa. And they encourage you to help make this holiday season merry and magical across Tantramar. So that's a Santa letter drop-off starting tomorrow for Moonlight Madness. And another reminder that Eco 360, starting on November 10th, a couple of days ago, they are being a little pickier about what goes in the green bag. They will leave it behind if they feel that it's not entirely organic composting type stuff. So put things that you can put in your green bag: food scraps, yard waste, and soiled paper products. Things you do not want to put in there: plastic, glass, metal, or anything non-compostable. They'll just leave it behind, and that creates a mess, especially in these winter months, and snow is coming and it's freezing up, and oh my. So just be careful what goes in that. What else is coming down? They got another thing here. Oh, this is exciting. There's a bike repair workshop. Basil, owner of Bike Specialists, a favorite bike store of mine over in Amherst, for a hands-on. Basil is doing a hands-on 3-hour bike maintenance workshop on November 30th at St. Anne's Church Hall in British Settlement, West Cox. It's $40. Ages 16 plus. Participants aged 16 to 18 must attend with a parent or guardian, and spaces are limited. So register today, and I'm gonna go and do that. I really like Basil and Basil's work, and I would like to know a whole bunch more about bike repair, because I am a bike fanatic. Love the bikes. You can never know too much. And there you have it. There's a municipal update. I also want to send a kind word out. Yes, it's Kindness Day here on campus at Mount Austin. There are a bunch of things throughout the day for to show acts of kindness, because sometimes you just gotta mention it. I want to say thanks to the CHMA staff, because right now the community calendar is quite updated. I encourage you to go over to chmafm.com and take a look. Twee Lee is doing a internship with us and has been joining the rest of the staff, the hosts. Everyone is being very diligent, and there's a lot of activities right now. So check out chmafm.com. You can either go to the community events section, or you can just visit the community news section that we have, that will include all of the events that are happening around the community as well. So that includes everything that's at the Tantramar municipality website, but also events that are happening around town. Okay, here's a quick word from CHMA staff about a wreath making workshop, and that's our news segment for Thursday, November 13th.
Hey folks, get into the holiday spirit with Little Plant Nursery's festive winter wreath making workshops. Everything is provided, from greenery to ribbons to wreath bases and decorations. This is happening November 23rd at Tire Shack Brewing, 2:30 to 4:30 p.m. November 27th at Backtown Brewing Company, 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. and November 30th at the Little Plant Nursery from 2 to 4 p.m. So do not forget and mark your calendars down right now.
Hello, listeners. Marshlight Theatre in Sackville, New Brunswick invites you to attend their production of Daniel McIver's witty and thought-provoking play, Small Things, on November 14th to 16th and November 21st to 23rd. There is a Saturday matinee at 2 p.m. each weekend, and the evening performances are at 7:30 p.m. Tickets can be purchased at the theatre website, marshlight.ca. We hope to see you at the theatre.
And that was your CHMA News. Please visit www.chmafm.com for more news and to sign up for our email newsletter. Funding is provided by our monthly sustainers, the Community Radio Fund of Canada, and the Municipality of Tantramar's Community Development Grant. If you have a story idea or would like to include an announcement, please write us at news@chmafm.com. Okay, it's 9:19. It is Thursday, November the 13th. It's a pretty great day out there. It's been a great fall. But it's not been gray inside here. Big shout out to Kimmy, who's doing the early morning show, the way too early morning show, coming up at 7. Not coming up, but that comes up at 7 every morning, 7:30. Excuse me. Great soul music as usual, as you've come to expect here on the Voice of the Marshes, and I'm in the 8:30 to 9:30 time slot, so I'll be moving along pretty shortly, and let's do a quick CHMA schedule check and remind you of some great programming that's coming up. We have today, the 10 o'clock spot is Time of Useful Consciousness Radio coming up at 10 a.m. And then Eric Gohill will be up at 11. 12 is Siley Stringapore with your news, weather, sports update, and all that good stuff, and some great music. Democracy Now! As usual. 4 o'clock is when Craig Mavaswa jumps on the mic with the Drive Time Show, and Maya Noel is back on the mic for Live at 5, was on yesterday, and I will finish out the week. Swamp Things, my Newfoundlander just popped out for a quick second. Swamp Things variety show with Ramona and Faisal coming up at 6 p.m. Bonsai with Jack Ketty coming up tonight, 7 to 9, 2 hours of classic rock. I got a quick note from Jack this morning, so I'm hoping that the show should be going down. But yeah, if not, then at the last minute, we always... Jack, I mean, gee whiz, I've been here. This is my 6th year here, and I think Jack's only missed 2 entire shows for all of those weekly shows that Jack does, which is pretty incredible. But yeah, I think all is well with Jack. So that would be 7 to 9. Yeah, and after that we have Siley Stringapore with Surfanama, and then Craig Dunsmuir's Grotheries at 11 p.m. There's a schedule update for you. Got some music coming up from Chris Loracha, some Duente with Noel Becker with the track Baseline, and some Uri with Daisy Cutter, new favorite track that I quite enjoy. Again, that's a Normal Guy from Chris Lorac, Baseline from Duente and Noah Beckner, and Uri with Daisy Cutter here on the Voice of the Marshes. out of Queens, NYC. That was Duendita and Noah Becker with the track Baseline. And that was released just September 17th of this year. And before that, you heard Chris Loetch with Normal Guy. And one of my favorite new tunes, Uri, coming up with the track Daisy Cutter here on The Voice of the Marshes. It is 9:29. I am going to step out and leave you to the rest of your day. Time of Useful Consciousness is coming up at 10 a.m. And then after that, Eric Gohill will be taking you into the noon morning spot. Thanks for joining me. I've been your host, James Anderson, and you've been listening to 106.9 FM, The Voice of the Marshes.
Tell me every time you need me, you just have to call. Say, baby, I need. Baby, every time you call, you know I'll be gone before you drop the phone. Tell me